Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending wherever you are. You are all welcome to today's tutorial. We are absolutely excited about the launch of FELIX, ISQua's new learning management system. FELIX stands for Fellowship in Excellence, and we hope that it will not only help us deliver structured, efficient, and well-organized content suitable for your needs and requirements, but help you enhance your own learning and open new learning opportunities. FELIX can be accessed at the following URL: felix.isqua.org, just right there on the top. In today's session, we will cover the following topics: how to navigate within FELIX, how to enroll into the resource of your choice, how to find a particular course, how to unenroll from the course that you are no longer interested, how to monitor your fellowship progress and benefits of My Fellowship page, how to log your electives, how to edit your profile and adjust your notification settings, how to apply for mentoring program, how to find and send a message to other participants in the program, and how to complete some of the educational resources. Please note that the presentation will take approximately 35 to 40 minutes, and we will leave 15-20 minutes at the end for any questions that you may have. Please type them into the chat or question box provided, and we will attend to them at the end of this session. So we will start with a short overview as to how navigate within FELIX. To log into FELIX, insert your existing username and password and click Login button. I do apologize about the delay with loading the pages. We are working with the live system today, so we are relying on the internet connection today. So once you logged into FELIX, you will land on the FELIX homepage. All educational resources are organized into 7 tracks: governance, leadership and health policy, patient-centered care, patient safety, education and research, health information technology, external evaluation systems, and quality and safety in developing countries. Click on the track of your choice to explore various educational resources. So we click on governance, leadership and health policy. Each track contains a number of subsections, such as modules, webinars, case studies, publication review club, partner activities, global leader lectures, and fellowship forum. Simply click on one of the subsections to choose the activity. So click on the webinar subsection. The webinar subsection contains recorded webinars for the topic of your choice. Please note that you will be automatically registered for all future webinars. So once clicked on the recorded webinar category, the list of all webinars corresponding to this category is displayed. The resources are displayed in an alphabetical order. If you are unsure of what to expect of the certain activity, the tutorial, so if you're not sure what to expect of certain activity, the tutorial there on the right-hand side could be watched for your future reference. Click on the webinar that you might be interested in to get more information. Once clicked on the title, the following screen will be displayed. At this stage, you can either enroll into the activity by clicking Enroll Me button, or go back to the list of the webinars by clicking the Recorded Webinars link there on the breadcrumb trail. Let's say that after looking at a number of outlines, we would like to enroll in one of the webinars here. Physician healed the self as Peter Carter. So we click on the title of the webinar, then click on the Enroll Me button. And once that is done, we are going to be brought to the webinar page. The webinar information is presented on this page. To view the actual webinar, click on the play button to view the webinar and answer the questions after the webinar to complete this activity. All courses that you have enrolled into will display on My Courses page. My Courses link could be found there on the left. So if you click on My Courses to view. FELIX offers you great flexibility in regard to completion of any educational activities. You can complete educational material at your own time and pace, and should you need to leave this activity uncompleted, you can resume it at any time. My Courses link is the quickest way to find and access your educational resource. For navigation within FELIX, you can use the navigation panel on your left-hand side, which is here, or the breadcrumb trail just underneath ISQua Learning Management System bar. So go back to the home page where we started. Either click on the home page within the navigation panel or home on the breadcrumb trail. Just underneath the navigation panel there on the left-hand side, you also have links to frequently asked questions and tutorials for your reference. You can view them at the later stage if required. On the right-hand side panel, you will be able to view upcoming events. You actually have there the message from Peter Carter to welcome you to FELIX, some news, calendar where all future webinars will be captured, and links to Twitter and Facebook pages. You can actually tweet or send a Facebook message directly from FELIX if you wish. If you know the name of a particular webinar or the author of this resource, in case of the webinar, in case of the webinar it would be presenter, you can easily find this educational resource by clicking Courses. So Courses there on the left-hand side, and then typing either presenter's name or keywords from the webinar title. So if we type in Luxford, we can see that, and press go. We can see that we have a case study belonging to Karen Luxford, which is here. And the recorded webinar was Karen Luxford as a presenter. To undertake this particular resource, simply click on the title and you will be redirected to the Enroll Me page. So if you click Enroll Me, you can undertake the resource. To unenroll from any educational resource, so it no longer displays on My Courses page, simply click Unenroll link, which is just in administration window there on the left-hand side, and enroll me from ISQua webinar, Karen Luxford. Once you will need to confirm your choice, so you press continue, and the webinar will no longer display in My Courses page. Now we move on to the next section of our tutorial today, which is how to monitor your fellowship progress and the benefits of My Fellowship page. You can monitor the progress of your fellowship on My Fellowship page, which can be found at the top left-hand side of the navigation panel. So if we click My Fellowship, My Fellowship page, it is one-stop facility to find the information about already completed activities. So we can see that I have already completed a couple of activities. Your fellowship progress, as well as logging your electives. It contains fellowship progress bar that serves as an indicator as to how close you are to the completion of the fellowship program. Then your fellowship type, which is associate fellowship in this instance, your fellowship reference number, which should be quoted in all correspondence with ISQua admin office, the number of credits required to complete the requirement of the program, and the number of credits already attained. It also contains the information about the end and the start and the end date of your current subscription. Once you complete an activity or submit it for approval, one of the following sections will be updated. So we have 3 sections here: core, ISQua content, and electives. Please remember that all activities submitted prior to the 16th of February 2015 will be displayed in the elective sections of your fellowship page. All activities completed after the 16th of February 2015 will be categorized either as core, ISQua content, or electives. So we'll just quickly go through each section. Core section contains information about completed modules and updated automatically. So we have core section here, and as you can see, I have completed 1 module with the number of module and the number of credits attained for that module. Core section, as I said, updates automatically, but please note that sometimes it might take up to 5 minutes for the information to be displayed on the fellowship page. The completion of modules becomes a compulsory requirement for all participants who enroll into the program after the 16th of February 2015. For fellowship participants enrolled before the 16th of February 2015, you may opt to complete modules as part of your program requirement, but it's not compulsory for you to do so. In any case, the compulsory requirement for module completion is not applicable it's not applicable to fellowship program graduates. ISQua content section contains information about completed webinars, case studies, publication reviews, global leader lecture series, debate participation, and partner resources available on FELIX. This section is also updated automatically once activity is completed. Elective section is the only section that requires your manual input. It contains information about conference, workshop attendances and presentation, part-time and full-time education records, publication and accreditation activities, as well as partner activities outside of ISQua Learning Management Platform. So to log your elective activity, please click Log My Elective button. Choose the option that is applicable to your submission. Please note that the range of elective submission has been decreased and excludes the activities that form part of ISQua content section. So now you have you need to choose between 5 options. So let's say we would like to submit credit points for presenting at ISQua conference. So if we click conference, then select the subtype, ISQua conference in our case. Then we would like to submit points for presenting at the ISQua conference. So we would just click on the option ISQua conference presenter. Then duration of the presentation is important. So you need to choose the time of the presentation. Let's say our presentation lasted 15 minutes and it's eligible for 3 credit points. It is important to insert the title of the presentation or the title of the resource you are submitting, as it will appear on your fellowship page as well. If the title is not provided, you will not be able to submit the credits. Then select the supporting documentation and submit your credits. Bear in mind that elective submissions should be submitted in PDF format only. Also, another thing to note that was in our new learning management system, FELIX, elective submissions will be automatically added to your record. Okay. Tell me when it's back. Back. Internet connection's gone. Okay, I believe we have lost the internet connection there for a while, so please let us know if you can hear us. Okay, we're just gonna get it back here on the computer as well. So bear with me 1 second. We'll just need probably to refresh the window. Okay. Okay, please do accept our apologies. The internet connection went down there for a second, and that's why you no longer were able to hear the audio. So I'll just repeat where I started. Please note that elective submissions will automatically be added to your fellowship record. It is your responsibility to ensure that correct supporting documentation is attached at all times and submissions are made under the correct category. Elective submissions will be regularly audited, and ISQua office reserves the right to reverse the credit points in case unfair submission is detected. Please note that allowable number of electives is now limited for the participants who enrolled into the fellowship program after the 16th of February 2015. However, the restrictions will not apply to graduates or participants who enroll into the program prior to the 16th of February 2015. Now we move on to the next section. Just to remind you, if you have any questions as we are moving along, please type them in and we will be able to answer them all at the end of the session. So now we move on to the next section of our tutorial, and it is how to edit your profile settings, change your password, and adjust your email notifications. You can edit your profile by expanding My Profile Settings, just there under Administration, so My Profile Settings, and clicking on Edit Profile. As you can see, all your personal information is adjustable, excluding your email address. So please note that if you would like to amend your email address details, please email us at fellowship@isqua.org. You can also update your mailing or contact information, so either mailing or contact information, by clicking on the relevant tab on the top of your profile table. So if you would like to amend anything, just put the text and don't forget to click Save button to update the changes. Go back to our personal information. As part of the fellowship program, you receive a number of newsletters and e-signs regarding the fellowship program itself and other ISQua activities. If you wish to unsubscribe from this type of information, please ensure that subscribe to newsletters box, which is just there, is unticked on your profile. If you would like to receive the newsletters and e-signs, please make sure it is clicked at all times and click Save button to update the changes. If you wish to change the password, it can also be done within Edit My Profile Settings. Simply click Change Password, insert your old password, Insert new password and repeat the password. Click Change button to update the changes. Through your profile settings, you can also manage your messaging notification settings. So if you scroll down, and there under Administration and My Profile Settings, click Messaging. As you can see, a number of settings has already been predefined for you. Should your personal preference be different to the default setting, simply untick the default setting and tick the preferred option. So we can always change it around and click Update Profile Settings, Update Profile button to update the settings. If you do not wish to receive certain category of notifications at all, simply untick both options and update the profile. You can choose between pop-up and email notifications. The main difference is that pop-up notification will appear at the bottom right-hand side corner when you logged in into FELIX and will remain there until viewed or read. Email notification will be sent directly to the email address on file. You can apply further restrictions to your notification settings by preventing non-contacts from messaging you or by temporarily disabling all notifications. You can click on one of the options here at the bottom in General Settings. So if you'd like to prevent non-contacts from messaging you, you tick the Prevent Non-Contacts from Messaging You box, or if you would like to disable all notifications, click the very bottom box and update your profile. We do not recommend to use the temporarily disable notification settings, but it's there for your use if required. You can find the whole list of fellowship program participants by clicking on My Fellowship and then clicking on the participants. As you can see, you have the whole list of the participants there. You can search them by using the search box or using the alphabetical order there on the top. If you'd like to send a chat message to one of the participants, you can do so by going back to the home page. So we just click Home. Click My Profile and then Messages. Search for the user that you're interested in. So let's say I'm going to search for myself because I'm logged in on the test at the moment. So let's say then click there on the link and insert the message of your choice. Click Send Message and it will be sent to the user. The user will receive an automatic email notification to advise them that the message from you has arrived. FELIX also allows you to apply for a mentoring program online. To enable you to do so, click My Fellowship and apply for mentor. Please note that mentoring program is only open to the fellowship program participants and no longer available for this fellowship program graduates, as they have already showed great capabilities in completion of the fellowship program. To apply for the mentoring program, fill in the form and it will be sent to ISQua office. You will be notified by email when your mentoring process will commence and when your mentor has been chosen for you. Now we move on to the next section of this tutorial, and it will be how to complete a module. So we'll just click on the home page, choose the module. So we click on one of the modules here, General Management and Leadership. It's taken a bit longer to load this page, so bear with me 1 second. Okay, this module has already been completed, so we'll just choose another module, Governance and Health Policy. Click Enroll Me button. And we are directly here in the module. Completion of the module carries 10 credit points and consists of the following sections: module guidelines, module objectives, and 5 e-learning sections. So section 1, which is webinar, section 2, which is another webinar, section 3, forum discussion, section 4, case study, section 5, publication review, then followed by recommended read list and the survey at the end. So we just go back to the section 1. So once you have a tutorial there on how to complete the module, so it's there for your reference at any point of stage. So section 1 contains a webinar on the module topic, followed by a quiz. So, section 1. To complete this e-learning section, please click play button to proceed. Please note that quiz questions are not going to be available until the recording is watched. You will be redirected to the webinar page itself. Watch the recording by clicking play button. We're not going to watch it today because it's going to take us a while. And then click on the following link to attempt the quiz. You need to choose the answer for each of the multi-choice questions and submit the answers. Please note, you must answer all the questions correctly to submit this module, to complete this module section. All failed attempts are recorded on your fellowship program record. So we'll attempt this quiz now by clicking Attempt Quiz Now. And choose the correct answer. I am not going to choose the correct answer at not all of the correct answers. Okay, and click Next button. At this stage, you can either return to attempt to alter your submission, or if you're happy with the answers you have submitted, submit all and finish. You will instantly receive feedback as to what answers you have answered incorrectly. As I said, you will have to answer all questions correctly to complete this module section. So what we're going to do now, we will finish review and then reattempt the quiz. As I said, as you can see, all attempts are recorded on your fellowship profile. So we'll reattempt the quiz now. And click on the correct answers, I hope this time. And click Next button. Submit all and finish button again. And as you can see, all of the answers are correct this time. Okay, so as you can see, congratulations, you have completed this activity and your fellowship record is updated. So click on the following link to go to the next activity in this module. Section 2 of the module contains a second webinar on module topic. Follow the same process as with the section 1 of the webinar that we have just completed. We're not going to do it again because it's very similar. Section 3 contains forum discussion on the module topic. So if you click on the fellowship forum link to proceed with this section, click on the discussion thread, click on the discussion topic title, and post a minimum of 100 words reply on a given topic to complete this module section. Use the reply button to insert your reply. Please note that the default forum settings are set to send you digest of all forum posts published to this forum at the end of the day. These are the default forum settings. However, if you don't want to receive any digest emails, simply choose the second option, which is I don't want email copies of posts to this forum, and click Post to Forum. You have 30 minutes to edit your post if required. To continue to the next activity in the module, click on the following link to be brought to the next module section. Section 4 is a case study. So in this case, normally it's just one article, but in this case we have actually 3 PDF articles. So you need to read all of them. So you click on the link to open the PDF. You need to open them all, obviously, to read them. And then click on the assignment link, case study review, to consider a number of post questions. So the questions and the tasks are just right here. To upload your answers, either in Word or PDF formats, click Add Submission button. Use either the drop-down arrow or the white sheet just there on the top left-hand side of your submission box. Choose the file by clicking Choose File button and add the file. Upload this file at the end. Click Save Changes to upload your assignment. Please note it might take up to 15 working days for a designated expert to approve your assignment. You will receive an automated email notification once your assignment is graded. Once this section is completed, click on the following link to continue with the module. The next section is Publication Review. Read Publication Review article by clicking on the PDF link and then submit between 500 to 700 publication review by clicking Submit Review link, which is down here. Add the submission in the same way as we have done for the case study. So you just click Add Submission, choose your file, upload the file, and save changes. Once submission is uploaded, click on the following link to continue with the module. A recommended reading list is there for you to expand your knowledge on the topic. The last component of the module is survey. This is a non-compulsory component, but very important. We do appreciate if you could fill your feedback, especially we're only starting there with the modules, and let us know what do you think of the module completed? You can just on the grades as well. 100% grade is awarded for the 2 webinars that are completed. So 100% grade is awarded for each webinar completed section. And grade pass or fail is assigned for your case study, publication review, or assignment. You can view your grade status under administration, which is just right here, course administration, and grades. Once all your components of the module are completed and graded, you will receive an automated email notification about module completion, and your credits should be updated in your fellowship page within 5 minutes of the email confirmation. So once it's approved, it should appear on your fellowship page. This is the module that I have completed earlier on. I think we will stop at the moment and see whether we have any questions. And then if we don't have any questions, we will go through how to complete a webinar, case study, and publication review if we have time. It's very similar to the components that we have done within the module section, but we can have a look whether we have any questions here. So if you bear with me 1 second. Okay, perfect. The question from Ajay. I'm a fellowship candidate since November 2014. I have attended webinars from November 2014 onwards, but have not submitted any credits. How do I do it now? Okay, Ajay, we have sent you a number of email notifications advising you that given the deadline for submitting all of the activities prior to 2015. Email our office separately and we will see what we can do for you. Give us a list of the webinars that you have completed and we will be able to amend the records manually. The reason we have sent the notifications that you will not longer be able to do it yourself. All webinars that you have attended, you had to submit the credit points prior to the 30th of January. I think that was the latest deadline that we have given. But anyway, if you can email us at fellowship@isqua.org and give us a list of the webinars and we will see what we can do for you. Okay, the next question is from Kalada Richard. How is my profile settings under administration different from my profile immediately under my fellowship? Okay, it's different. We'll just demonstrate it now. So if I just drop this for a moment. If we click on my home, and the difference between the two sections, that if you click on my profile and navigation panel there on my profile, it will only display the information about yourself and view my profile and then view profile, my apologies. And it will display the information about the country that you're from, your username, and the courses that you have subscribed to. So that's the only information you can find there, and you cannot amend this information. The information in under administration, where you go to edit your profile, is the amendable information. So you can adjust the information to reflect any current changes, as well indicate the track of your choice, which is just here under fellowship track, change your password, and amend your mailing or contact information. I hope I have managed to answer your question correctly, but if I haven't, just email us again, just let us know again, and I'll try to go through over that again. So the next question is from Anaya. Will email notification for live webinar still be sent, or do we need to actively monitor it on our fellowship page? As I said, you will be automatically registered for all live webinars, and you will still receive the notification as previously. So you don't need to worry that you're going to miss it. You can also view, if you would like to know in advance any webinars that are happening. going forward, you can find the information in the calendar. So the next calendar, you can see that the next event is partner webinar. PW stands for partner webinar. Sorry, I haven't covered that. So W stands for webinar, PW stands for partner webinar, M stands for module, C stands for case study, GLL stands for global leader lecture. So as you can see that the next partner webinar is on the 19th of February. And then on the 25th of February, it's actually ISQua webinar with John Brown. You will be automatically registered, so you don't need to worry about it. You will receive all of the notifications as previously. Anaya, again, regarding the mentoring program for enrollees under the fellowship program, I now have FESQua title, but my program is due for renewal in May 2016. Can I still benefit from the mentoring program? Essentially, Anaya, you are a graduate. We can put I think what we can do for you, if you fill in your mentoring application form, send it in to us, and we will put it in for the discussion during our education committee, and we will be able to let you know whether mentor can be assigned to you or not. So we'll come back to you if you fill in the application form by completing the form online, and we will come back to you with a decision on that. The next one is from Elaine Mead. You said that the fellowship page was updated automatically. Does that show submitted awaiting confirmation whilst in progress, or is it only added to the fellowship page when the credits are awarded? I have added a response to a case study, but it does not show on the fellowship page yet. Okay, it will only show the completed activities. So your fellowship page is basically all your completed activities. If you have submitted the case study, you can view the status of your case study if you click on the case study itself and then go into completion box and then grades. I don't think we haven't submitted anything, but I'll take a note of it and I'll demonstrate it now when we are going through the case study submission, just to illustrate it. We just go through the questions first and then we will illustrate it together as part of the case study. If that's okay, Elaine, with you? Okay, how long do you have to complete the module? As I said, all educational resources can be completed in your own time and pace, and you have as long as you need. There is no time restrictions for you, so you can come back to any components of the modules at your own time and complete it whenever you have an opportunity. Once they are completed prior to the deadline, so please note that you need kind of to give a leeway of 15 days for the part of the module sections to be completed, like your case study and your publication review or assignment. In cases of some modules, they have to be given 15 days to be graded. So just space your time, and as I said, once you have it completed at least 1 month before the deadline or 2 weeks before the deadline, you should be okay. Upasana, I'm not finding it very different from the old one, but I find any difficult. Sorry, I'm not finding it very different from old one, but if I find any difficulty, hope you will be there for help. Of course, Upasana. As you know, we'll give the addresses for both myself and Evelyn, as well as fellowship at ISQua.org, and we are here to help you. We do understand it's a new system and it takes a bit of time to get used to it. So you can always rely on contacting either myself, and my email address is Susla, which is YSUSLA at ISQua.org, or you can contact Evelyn Holmes, and her email address is eholmes, EHOLMES at ISQua.org. So you can contact either one of us, and we'll be delighted to help. Okay, then Ada had some difficulties with the voice fading in and out. I do apologize for that. As I said, we do rely on the internet connection today, as always, and it's something that we cannot control. We will edit the recording and put it up there as a resource to be used. If there are any fading out of the voice, we will be able to enhance it. So hopefully you will be able to use it as a reference. As well, you also have a number of tutorials that you can use for your reference. And Ada also asked, what happens to courses completed before 16th of February but not submitted? For some, I'm awaiting for certificates, so I could not submit them before. Lastly, are there guidelines on mandatory and not mandatory requirements for fellowship completion we can access? Okay. The certificates, I presume they are certificates for some online courses that you have completed. You're still able to upload your certificates as part of your electives. So all of the resources that are not part of learning management system FELIX can still be uploaded as electives. You have a number of options there, and if there are certificates for education activity, you can submit electives under electives and then choose an education activity and submitting your supporting documentation. I think I have already addressed if the resources that you have in question completed before the 16th of February 2015, and they are webinars, ISQua webinars. Please email and let us know. Give us your fellowship reference number and the number of webinars that you have completed. It is manual work for us, so it may take a bit longer for us to look after that, but we will do our best to accommodate and to ensure that smooth transformation for everybody. Of course, we'll look after that. So if you just email either of us as well, either one of us. Stephen, how does one access quality improvement projects conducted by fellowship participant graduates, and how does one upload quality improvement works for publication and reviews? Okay, the best way to go around it, we are launching a collaborative projects a bit later on this year as part of our learning management system. It's phase 2 of our launch. At the moment, if you would like to share your publications with your fellowship participants, the best way to go about it, Stephen, would be just to email myself, and we can include it as part of the next fellowship newsletter. And later on, we would be able to share all your work within the fellowship program platform. Okay. And then Titus. Okay, Titus is happy with the presentation. That's great. Elaine, I now understand that I can look at the grades while the case study is awaiting grading and think that is automatically be uploaded to the fellowship when the credits are awarded. Okay, Elaine said that's fine. Will I be able to have access to this membership page after completion of the fellowship to gain access to grade webinars or case study? Okay, Elaine, after completing the fellowship program, you expect to maintain your fellowship. And this is done by accumulating further credit points during your maintenance period. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, that you are at the fellowship program at the moment, and you are at the moment completing 60 credit, almost completed 60 credit points requirement for the fellowship level. So once you have done that, the next step forward would be to attain 40 credit points yearly to maintain your fellowship. And of course, you would be able to access all of the resources to be able to do so. Well, email me directly, because we would be able to check on your expiry date, and you might not need to log any credit points for some period of time if your expiry date is still not until, let's say, April 2015, but you can access all of the resources until that time. Email me, and I'll ask all of the questions in terms of your expiry and access to the resources. Okay, Juan Limo, he is interested in writing a blog. How do I do this? Okay, we haven't explored, to be honest, we haven't explored the the benefits of the blog section, but it is there in your profile settings. So Juan, we didn't have much interest in kind of from our participants to in writing a blog, but I'm going to be delighted if you're going to be the first one. So leave it with me. I will explore the options how to post it. It's easily done within the learning management system. I know that feature definitely exists, but I am not competent enough to speak about it. So if you write the blog, and I would be able to guide you how to put it up. I will also create a tutorial for the remainder of the participants if they are also interested in writing the blog and sharing with their participants. Okay, then we have Ada Costarelli, thank you for the presentation, and Claudine, the last comment, great presentation. Very good. Thanks very much for all of your comments. I think we will probably have one more maybe section, which is webinar today. It's really straightforward, and we have covered a lot of aspects of it within the module section. So we still have a couple of minutes to go, and we'll go through this as we have a couple of minutes remaining. If you still have any questions, just type them in. Also to let you know that depending on the volume of questions, and if you are finding any difficulties with using our new LMS, we will either email us, and we will either respond to you directly, or if the volume of questions is too big to handle for us, we will schedule another Q&A session next week. In either way, we will notify you and let you know the way we're going to approach your query. So we will just, for now, leave the questions and go quickly through the recorded webinar completion. So we'll just click on governance leadership and health policy, choose the webinar of our choice, click on the recorded webinars, and let's say choose David Greenfield, The Wicked Problem of Change Management with David Greenfield. So we click Enroll Me button. View the webinar by clicking on the play button. Click play button again to view the actual recording. And then attempt the quiz in such a way that we have done for the module. So I'm not going to disclose the correct answers for the ones that would like to use this opportunity. So that's once you got the 100%, once you got all of the answers correctly, your record will be updated on my fellowship page. On the case study, we'll just go quickly through that, and I'll show you how you can view the progress of that as well. So if you go back to my homepage and then choose one of the case studies. So if you click on case studies, and then once again, David Greenfield there on top, so we'll just choose his. We click Enroll Me button to enroll into the course. Read his article, read his case studies, and then consider a number of questions that are posed. Write a case study review either in Word or PDF format, and once that is done, you can upload it by clicking on Case Study Review link and adding a submission. So click Add Submission button, upload your assignment. So we'll just choose any file that they're available there for the moment, upload this file, and save changes. Just to illustrate Elaine's question, that you can actually view the progress of your submission in the submission status. So if you can see submission status, this is your first attempt, and if your grade is fail, you can resubmit as many times as you wish until the grade is pass. So, but please remember that every time it will take up to 15 working days for the assignment to be approved. And your grading status is not graded at the moment. So that's why it's not going to appear on my fellowship page. So if we go back to your fellowship page, you have submitted the assignment, but it will not show as approved for credits. So I think if we don't have any more questions, we actually have a couple. Patricia, thank you, Patricia. She liked the presentation, and then the same from ISQua. Thank you, ISQua, and Chintan as well. Thanking you for the excellent presentation. I hope I have managed to encourage you to use our fellowship program participants learning management system, FELIX, and I hope you will find it as useful as I do in putting the resources and trying to find new ways to present the educational resources for you. Thank you for your attention today, and thank you for joining us for this tutorial. Have a good day and goodbye.